Dear brothers and sisters, imagine you're going through a tough time in life. Confused, lost, and desperate for answers. You've been making dua, but you're not sure if Allah is listening. What if I told you that Allah is talking to you right now, sending you signs that you might be missing? What if those moments of unease, unexpected delays, or sudden peace are Allah's way of guiding you? In this video, we're diving into the 5 powerful signs that Allah is reaching out to you and how you can recognize His divine messages. Number 1. You feel uneasy about a sin or a decision. A clear sign that Allah is communicating with you is when you suddenly feel uneasy or uncomfortable about something you've done or are about to do. This isn't just a random feeling. It's Allah's way of guiding you back to the right path. When your heart pulls you away from something wrong, it's a gentle reminder from Allah to reconsider your actions. The Quran tells us, "And those who have believed are stronger in love for Allah." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:165. This inner conflict is Allah's way of helping you stay on the path of righteousness. Number 2. You keep hearing or seeing a particular ayah or message. Another sign that Allah is talking to you is when a specific ayah or message repeatedly appears in your life. You might come across it while reading the Quran, hear it in a lecture, or see it shared on social media. This is not a coincidence. It's Allah directing your attention to something important. When you notice this happening, take time to reflect on how this message relates to your current situation and what Allah is trying to guide you towards. Number 3. Unexpected delays or closures. Another clear sign that Allah is talking to you is through the unexpected delays, obstacles, or closed doors that you encounter in your life. Many times we meticulously plan our lives, setting goals and working tirelessly towards them, only to face roadblocks that seem to come out of nowhere. These setbacks can be disheartening, especially when you've put in so much effort. However, it's crucial to understand that these moments are not just random misfortunes. They are in fact deliberate signs from Allah steering you away from potential harm. Allah's wisdom is far beyond what we can comprehend, and sometimes He protects us by delaying or denying things that we think we need. For instance, imagine applying for a job that you're convinced is perfect for you, but despite your qualifications and efforts, you don't get it. In the moment, this can feel like a huge failure, but in reality, Allah may be saving you from a toxic work environment, stress, or something that could take you away from your faith and peace of mind. When relationships don't work out, it can be deeply painful. You might have invested your emotions, time, and dreams into someone, only to see things fall apart. But what we often don't realize is that Allah removes people from our lives, not as a punishment, but as a form of protection. That person might have been a source of future hardship, or could have led you away from the straight path. Allah says in the Quran, "And it may be that you dislike a thing which is good for you, and that you like a thing which is bad for you. Allah knows while you know not." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:216. This verse serves as a powerful reminder that what we perceive as good or bad is not always aligned with the reality Allah sees. Consider the story of Prophet Moses, when he was prevented from crossing the sea at first, only to later be guided by Allah to part it miraculously. The initial delay was not a denial of his mission, but rather a divine setup for a greater miracle. Similarly, when things don't go as planned in our lives, it may be because Allah is setting us up for something far greater than we can envision. Each obstacle is a part of a bigger picture that we may not understand in the moment. It's also important to reflect on how these delays often bring us closer to Allah. When things don't go our way, we naturally turn to prayer, seek guidance, and increase our reliance on Allah. These moments of hardship and waiting are, in reality, opportunities for spiritual growth. They teach us patience, trust, and submission to Allah's will. In the grand scheme, these are the qualities that bring us closer to our Creator and help us develop a stronger relationship with Him. When faced with unexpected closures or delays, remind yourself that every closed door is Allah's way of redirecting you towards something better. Take these moments as a sign to pause, reflect, and realign your intentions with Allah's will. It's not always easy, but maintaining faith during these times is crucial. Allah is the best of planners, and what He has in store for you is far beyond what you can imagine. Sometimes His best gifts come disguised as unanswered prayers or unfulfilled plans. Remember the saying of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him: no fatigue, nor disease, nor sorrow, nor sadness, nor hurt, nor distress befalls a Muslim, even if it were the prick he receives from a thorn, but that Allah expiates some of his sins for that. Sahih Bukhari. This hadith reminds us that every difficulty and delay is not just a test, but also a means of purification and reward. So, the next time you find yourself stuck in a situation that feels beyond your control, take a deep breath, turn to Allah, and trust that He is guiding you towards what is best. These delays are not detours. They are Allah's way of preparing you for something far greater than you could have ever planned for yourself. Number 4. You receive help or guidance from unexpected sources. Another powerful sign that Allah is talking to you is when you receive help, advice, or guidance from completely unexpected sources. This can happen when you are going through a tough time, feeling lost, or unsure about a decision, and suddenly help comes to you from places you never imagined. It might be a stranger offering kind words, a friend reaching out just when you need it, or a random message that appears at the perfect moment, giving you the clarity you've been seeking. Allah works in mysterious ways, often using people, events, or even small everyday occurrences to send us the guidance we need. For example, you might be struggling with a personal problem, feeling overwhelmed by your thoughts, and then you randomly receive a text message from a friend checking in on you, saying exactly what you needed to hear. Or you might hear an Islamic lecture where the speaker talks about a situation that mirrors your own, offering solutions and comfort. These are not mere coincidences. They are Allah's way of reaching out to you, showing you that He is aware of your struggles and that He cares. Sometimes the guidance can come in the form of a sudden burst of inspiration or an idea that helps you solve a long-standing issue. This could be Allah putting the right thoughts in your mind at the right time. You may also come across a hadith or a verse from the Quran that you've never noticed before, and it speaks directly to your heart, giving you the guidance or reassurance you've been searching for. Allah says in the Quran, "And whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out and provide for him from where he does not expect." Surah At-Talaq 65:2-3. This verse emphasizes that Allah's help often comes in ways we don't anticipate, reminding us that our struggles are not hidden from Him. Think about times when you felt stuck and a solution suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Maybe you were short on money and a friend unexpectedly paid you back an old debt, or you were feeling emotionally drained and someone reached out to offer you exactly the support you needed, even without knowing your situation. These instances are Allah's way of showing that He is taking care of you, providing for you, and making things easier for you, even when you feel like giving up. Allah's assistance often comes when we least expect it, and sometimes through the most unlikely people or circumstances. Imagine being in a situation where you feel completely alone, and suddenly a stranger shows a random act of kindness, lifting your spirits. That stranger may not even know you, but Allah used them as a means to help you in that moment. This is a reminder that Allah's mercy is all around us, working through others in ways we cannot always comprehend. It's also important to remember that receiving help from unexpected sources isn't limited to just moments of difficulty. Sometimes, Allah guides us towards better opportunities, new friendships, or positive changes in life, all of which are His way of directing us towards what is best. Reflect on how many times things have just worked out for you, even when you thought there was no way forward. That's not luck. It's Allah's plan unfolding perfectly. These signs are also a call for us to be grateful and recognize the hidden blessings in our lives. When help comes from unexpected places, it's a reminder to turn to Allah with thankfulness and acknowledge that Allah is constantly looking after you, even when you don't realize it. By staying connected to your faith and being mindful of these signs, you strengthen your relationship with Allah and deepen your trust in His plans. So the next time you receive help from an unexpected source, remember that it's Allah communicating with you, reminding you that you are never alone. Embrace these moments as clear signs of His care and guidance, and let them inspire you to keep faith in all circumstances, knowing that Allah is always by your side, guiding you every step of the way. Number 5, your heart feels peace. During prayer or dua, one of the most profound and beautiful signs that Allah is talking to you is when your heart feels an overwhelming sense of peace during salah, prayer, or dua, supplication. This is a moment when you feel completely connected to Allah, as if all your worries and anxieties have been lifted off your shoulders. This feeling of inner peace is a sign that Allah is close to you, responding to your calls and embracing you with His mercy. When you pray sincerely, pouring your heart out to Allah, you may experience a deep calmness, even if your circumstances haven't changed yet. This tranquility is not just a temporary relief. It's a sign that Allah is listening to you and comforting your soul. The Quran reminds us, "Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest." Quran 13:28. This verse emphasizes that when we turn to Allah, our hearts find a unique peace that the world cannot provide. This special peace often comes when you least expect it. You might be in a difficult situation, feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges. And as you bow down in prayer or raise your hands in dua, you suddenly feel a sense of relief and hope. It's as if Allah is telling you, "I am here and I have everything under control." This feeling is not just psychological, it's spiritual, a direct response from Allah to remind you that He is with you. Sometimes this sense of peace can come during specific moments of prayer, like when you are in sujood, prostration, the closest position a servant can be to their Lord. In these moments, you feel a unique closeness to Allah that words cannot describe. It's a sign that Allah is not only listening to your words, but also looking at the sincerity of your heart. Even if you're just sitting quietly making dua, this calmness signifies that Allah's mercy is surrounding you, reassuring you that everything will be okay. This peace during prayer is not just limited to times of hardship. You might feel it when you're expressing gratitude, praising Allah, or simply asking for guidance. It's a gentle reminder from Allah that your connection with Him is strong and He is pleased with your remembrance. When your heart feels light and at ease during these moments, it's as if Allah is answering your unspoken worries and concerns, providing you with the inner strength to keep going. In addition to prayer, this peace can also come during times when you're reading the Quran or reflecting on Allah's words. You might find yourself drawn to specific verses that speak directly to your heart, giving you answers or comfort that you didn't even know you needed. These moments are special signs that Allah is guiding you through His words, calming your soul, and giving you the reassurance you need to stay strong in your faith. This feeling of peace is also a sign that your dua is being accepted, even if the answer hasn't come in the form you expected. Sometimes, Allah's way of responding to your prayers is not by changing your situation immediately, but by giving you the calmness and patience to endure it. This inner peace is a gift from Allah, showing you that He is taking care of you, even if the external circumstances haven't yet shifted. It's crucial to hold on to these moments and use them as reminders of Allah's presence in your life. When you feel that calmness, take it as a personal message from Allah that He is near, that He hears every whisper of your heart, and that He is taking care of your needs. These experiences should strengthen your iman, faith, and encourage you to keep turning to Allah in all situations, knowing that His response might be felt in the tranquility of your heart. This sense of peace is a reminder that Allah's support goes beyond the material world. It's about nurturing your soul. You might not always get what you want immediately, but the calm you feel is a sign that Allah is working behind the scenes. He is preparing something better for you, and the peace in your heart is His way of telling you to hold on and trust His plan. It's a reminder that even when life feels chaotic, Allah's presence brings order and stability to your inner world. These moments also teach us the importance of patience and trust in Allah's timing. When you feel at peace during prayer, it's a lesson in tawakkul, complete reliance on Allah. It reminds you that Allah knows what's best for you, even when you can't see it yourself. Every dua is heard, and every prayer is answered, even if the answer is different from what you expected. The peace you feel is Allah's way of showing you that He is taking care of you in ways that you may not yet understand. This profound peace can also inspire you to deepen your relationship with Allah. When you feel this connection, it encourages you to seek Allah's guidance more regularly, not just in times of need, but also in moments of gratitude and joy. It's a reminder that turning to Allah is not just about asking for help, but also about building a loving, ongoing relationship with your Creator. These moments of peace during prayer are gifts from Allah, reminding us of His infinite mercy and closeness. Embrace these feelings, reflect on them, and let them be a source of comfort and strength. No matter what challenges you face, know that Allah's peace is always within reach whenever you turn to Him with sincerity and love. Remember that this peace is a clear sign of Allah's communication, showing you that you are seen, heard, and deeply loved by the One who created you. These signs are reminders that Allah is always there, guiding and communicating with us in various ways. Sometimes His messages are subtle, and it's up to us to stay mindful and open-hearted to receive them. If you've experienced any of these signs, know that you are not alone. Allah is always watching over you. Jazakallah for watching. May Allah keep guiding us all on the right path.